Hello everyone, and welcome back. This is lesson 9 of our project management series, and today we'll be exploring a crucial topic: monitoring and controlling project costs. As project managers, it's not enough to simply create a budget at the start, we have to continuously track and control costs throughout the project. Why? Because even the most carefully planned projects can face unexpected changes, delays, or resource challenges. This lesson is about learning how to spot when things are going off track financially, and most importantly, how to bring them back under control. By the end of this session, you'll have the tools and mindset to ensure your projects stay within budget while still delivering on their goals.
So, what exactly do we mean by cost control? Think of cost control as a continuous process. It's like constantly checking the fuel gauge while driving. If you only look at the gauge once, you risk running out of fuel. But by checking regularly, you can adjust your driving, plan refueling stops, and reach your destination smoothly. In projects, our fuel is the budget. Cost control involves monitoring our planned spending against actual spending throughout the project. The main objective? To spot deviations early, differences between what we expected to spend and what we're really spending. Catching these deviations early allows us to fix issues before they become big problems. And what usually causes projects to go over budget? Two big culprits. 1. Inaccurate estimates at the planning stage, and 2. Scope creep. That's when project requirements expand without adjusting the budget. If you've ever been part of a project where the client kept saying just one more feature, you've seen scope creep in action. So, what exactly do we mean by cost control? To really understand if our project is on track financially, we need a reliable measuring system. One of the most powerful tools we use is Earned Value Management, or EVM. EVM is built on 3 key values. Planned value, PV. This is how much we plan to spend for the work scheduled up to this point. Think of it as the budgeted roadmap. Earned value, EV. This is the value of the work we've actually completed. It answers, how much progress have we really made in terms of budgeted dollars? Actual cost, AC. This is what we have actually spent to get that work done. Example, imagine you plan to spend $50,000 by this point in the project, that's your PV. You've actually completed $40,000 worth of work, that's your EV. But in reality, you've already spent $55,000, that's your AC. Right away, this shows a problem. We've spent more than planned, and we're behind schedule in terms of work completed. By comparing these 3 numbers, PV, EV, and AC, we get a very clear and objective view of our project's financial health. Once we have these values, we can dig deeper by calculating variances. Variances tell us if we're on track or drifting off course. The first is cost variance, CV. CV equals EV minus AC. If CV is negative, it means we've spent more money than the value of the work completed, we're over budget. The second is schedule variance, SV. SV equals EV minus PV. If SV is negative, it means we're behind schedule because the work completed is less than what we planned to have done by now. Example, EV equals $40,000, AC equals $55,000, PV equals $50,000. Cost variance equals 40,000 minus 55,000 is equal to minus 15,000. We're over budget by $15,000. Schedule variance equals 40,000 minus 50,000 is equal to minus 10,000. We're also behind schedule by $10,000 worth of work. This makes the problem crystal clear, and now we know where to focus our attention. By comparing these 3 numbers, PV, EV, and AC, we get a very clear and objective view of our project's financial health. Now, knowing where we are today is great, but what about tomorrow? That's where forecasting comes in. Forecasting helps us predict the total cost at project completion. The main formula we use is the estimate at completion, EAC. EAC equals AC plus BAC minus EV / CPI. Here's what this means. AC is what we've already spent. BAC, or budget at completion, is the total original budget. EV is the value of the work completed. CPI, or Cost Performance Index, tells us how efficiently we're using our budget. It's calculated as EV divided by AC. The EAC gives us a revised, more realistic projection of what the project will actually cost when it's finished. We also calculate the estimate to complete, ETC, etc. equals EAC minus AC. This tells us how much more we expect to spend from this point forward. Example: if your original budget was $100,000, but based on your current performance, your EAC comes out to $120,000, you now know you're trending $20,000 over budget. And the ETC tells you how much more money you'll need to request or reallocate to finish the project. By comparing these three numbers, PV, EV, and AC, we get a very clear and objective view of our project's financial health. So, how do we put all of this theory into action? By following a clear 5-step approach. 1. Monitor performance. Continuously track PV, EV, and AC. 2. Analyze variances. Use CV and SV to spot cost or schedule issues. 3. Identify root causes. Don't just note the problem, understand why it happened. Maybe it's scope creep, supplier delays, or underestimated resources. 4. Take corrective actions. This might mean negotiating scope, reallocating resources, or tightening controls. 5. Update the plan. Adjust the budget, schedule, and forecast so your plan reflects the project's new reality. This cycle repeats throughout the project, ensuring we don't just react to problems but proactively manage them. So, how do we put all of this theory into action? By following a clear 5-step approach. To wrap up, monitoring and controlling costs is not just a financial exercise, it's a continuous discipline that helps ensure project success. By applying earned value management, variance analysis, and forecasting, we're not just tracking numbers, we're making informed decisions that keep our projects healthy. Remember, cost control is about being proactive. The earlier you detect a problem, the easier it is to fix. Thank you for following along with Lesson 9. In the next session, we'll continue building on these financial foundations.